Hello, hello. Going to talk about stocking a little bit. And I'm excited about this because one of the things we work on here at Lotpop is helping dealers to be proactive and all their trends and the data that we look at. We've got what we call lot score. And with our lot score, we're looking for holes in their inventory, what they need to work on each week. And so we're being reactive to helping figure out what adjustments we need to make each week to keep that inventory moving. And so stocking has been one of those areas that I think we've made the biggest impact on our dealers because we're approaching it proactive instead of reactive. I've talked about this before. I talk about it a lot, but I just want to kind of share again the mindset. And really, it's just been the last year or two of us honing this in, what we call the lot predictor, honing this in and really getting dealerships' inventory levels high. We've always talked to our dealers, and as we do demos and as I talk on these videos, tips about carry what you sell what you carry. If you have 100 cars in stock, get your sales up to 100. Carry 100, sell 100. You don't need 150 to sell 100. And so what brought this up was we were talking to some dealers, and one of these newer accounts that we have that we're going through on a partnership, they started ramping up their inventory. And because we got their volume going, so they just go, well, shoot, we can just stock more, we'll sell more. But they're stocking to hope. And to me, again, a lot of dealers go, well, I want to get to 100 sales, so I'm going to stock to 150 and hope that I'll get my 100 out of it because we're selling at about a 75% sale rate or what have you. So they look at their sale rate compared to the carry rate, and then in order to go from 75 to 100, they need to go from 125 units to 150 units, and they'll get to 100. And that's, to me, stocking to hope and not stocking to your sale rate. So if you have 100 in stock and you can't sell 100, well then, and you can only get 75 or 80 out, well then slim your inventory dollars down and sell to your carry rate. Now, we have been able to get dealers an excess of that. And so what I mean by that is if they have 100, we're pushing 110 to 130. If they have 200, we're pushing 225, 250 type numbers. We have a dealer that has 50 in stock and on pace for 90. And so we're pushing them even further down that funnel because we're being proactive. And one of the things we do, again, is the lot predictor. We look at, again, what that segment's doing. We're looking at cars getting ready to leave their lot. Based on how old they are, how they're priced, we know predictably these cars should be leaving soon. So not only are we going to stock to our sale rate, let's say intermediate cars, for example, I have 10 in stock and I sold 12. I'm going to need 2 more to keep up with my sale rate. But the next level that we're looking at is predicting how many other intermediate cars based on their age and price are leaving soon. And so instead of maybe having to get 2 of them, I might have to go get 7 of them because I got 5 of them right now that are aging and priced that to the point where they're going to be moving. That way, when those cars sell, the replacement car, I'm not going to the auction tomorrow, sell that intermediate car today. I'll go to the auction tomorrow, transport it. Luckily, get here by Friday, holiday weekend hits. And then Tuesday, it's getting in my service department. Wednesday, it's coming out, photo descriptions. And it's 7 to 10 days before that replacement car actually hits my lot. And again, strategically, our dealers are buying that car a week or 2 in advance. So when that car does sell today, I've already got the one. It's replacement getting its photoed and they're up and running. And that's how we've been able to get these dealers doing 100, carrying 100, selling 125, not just to the sale rate. The other thing is, don't just look at, if you're a fast moving dealer, meaning you already disciplined enough, you do have a less than a 30-day average day sale rate, or we have a dealer today, I was on a call. His average inventory sale rate is 23 days. So that's what we look at for our carry rate. We look at a 23-day sale rate and go, okay, based on your average 23-day sale rate, let's carry these particular cars. Matter of fact, and I know I got a few of my guys on the phone watching this right now, we're even going to get more specific down to the type of cars. So right now, generically, we're looking at just a 23-day supply because that's his current sale rate. But he might be selling intermediate cars at twice the rate than he does his large SUVs or his compact SUVs. So we're going to have those type of segments running automatically based on the sale rates of those types. So again, we get ahead, and we keep pushing. We're going to be buying before they sell. Now, obviously, if you're capped on floor plan and you got to wait for it to sell to get the cash to go buy that car, you're going to be in a different predicament. But we already have the dealers thinking what they need. So maybe they can't floor plan expense, but they know I need some intermediate cars. And if he ends up praising one that night, he knows he needs one. Maybe he's gonna go ahead and step up on it, even though their system doesn't tell him to stock for it yet, because again, it's reactive. It's not going to tell you to go get one until you sell one. And so be more proactive, but stock to your sale rate, not to your hope rate. Again, going back to that dealer that had a 23-day sale rate, he doesn't need a 45-day supply of cars. He'll be overstocked. Then we're going to have a bleed through and an aging problem. He doesn't even need a 35-day supply of cars because, again, he sells at a 23. He's selling 225 with 170 in stock with 118 fully photoed. Okay, so if he was to carry a 45-day sale rate or a 35-day sale rate, he might have 200 plus. And again, our sale rate might not be able to keep up with it seasonally and stuff. So, now, what happens is if you turn too fast, it could be a bad thing, and you need to do one or two things: raise your price or throw more cars at it. We're being strategic because we watch all these trends, and we know going into June it might be a little slower, so we keep in the inventory slim. So again, stock to sale rate, not to hope. And what I mean by that, if you're carrying 100, sell 100, that kind of thing. You don't need to stock 150 to sell 100. I'm going to put in 150 and hope I can get to my 100. Don't overstock to try to compensate your sale rate. Get your sale rate to what you're stocking to, okay, and vice versa. So I hope this is helpful. I haven't done one of these tips in a while. I wanted to get one out for the holiday weekend. If you want a free inventory evaluation, go to Lotpop.com. Give me a call, 844-LOTPOP4. We're getting some great results at our stores. We're cheaper than getting 10, 15 spotlight ads from Auto Trader. So not that saying that that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying we're not that expensive to help these dealers get these kind of numbers. So if you want a free evaluation or demo, hit us up, www.lotpop.com, 844-LOTPOP4. Also, I've got, and I'm going to show you here. Now look at this. There's a big old box full of these first 30 wristbands. First 30, you can't read that one, but first 30. If you want one, hit me up. I've got a list here of guys I'm going to be sending to. I'm also going to just message me. I'll get you on here. How many and the address. No cost to you. I'll send them out to you free. Again, the first 30 is an awesome wristband to remind your team. You don't have to be a client. Just remind your team. We make the most money on a car in the first 30 days. Let's focus on getting as many sales in the first 30 days as we can. And it's a trickle-down effect that forces you to be faster in turnaround time, faster in photos and descriptions, faster to be competitively priced. So first 30, get your whole team members wearing it so every day they get a reminder of what they need to be working on and getting these cars out. Jamie, happy holiday. Have a good weekend there in Moberly. Hey, give me a call or email. Again, if you want a free inventory evaluation, we'll give you some tips, but also show you how we can help your store. And again, hopefully it's helpful. Talk to you next week.